Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I'm really fancying just kicking back and playing a 10-minute game on the road to 2000. So we've lost a few rating points somewhere along the road. We got all the way up to 15 something. We were at 1630 at our peak, so but that was a few months back before I started the channel, and I was just playing I was just fully playing chess, like not talking at the same time. Talking doesn't help, but I'm not making excuses. Like, I should be able to do both at the same time, and it's a good skill to have to be able to multitask. So we've got a Sicilian. We're looking at pushing this here. They can take. So we want more defense on this square. So maybe this here. We can go for that. Add in some defense here. So we love taking towards the center. They take like that, and now we can break in the center. If takes, we take this. They take, we take the final piece. I'm trying to do some hand and brain, guys. We've never done it before on the channel, but I'm trying to get someone in the Discord to do it. We'll see if anyone's online, but maybe later today. It's amazing how active the Discord has been recently. So it's cool to see you guys, and it's nice seeing how friendly and just pleasant everyone is. So I do appreciate that. No one's been trolling or mean. Everyone's super supportive. If anyone's having a bad chess day or anything. So here, maybe they take, probably just castle here. Although, wait, we've got a chance to damage the structure, right? Yeah, let's do it. And then castle. And now our endgame looks a little bit winning, right? Against this. So we've got 9 minutes. We can kick this back once, give our king a little balcony. And then maybe here. Let's say he goes here. Maybe we want to bring the rook to the open file. Or challenge this knight. This also looks good. So they're threatening to take. There's no check, so I think we can play this. I was thinking if knight could give a check, that might win the queen if the queen was on this square. Just checking for tactics like that, guys. So this defends, and now we get two nice pawns in the center. And maybe we lift the queen here to get out of this pin. And then we can move the knight out and about, target these weak pawns. That's a good move, looking to break. So if here, takes. We don't want to take, because, see, this is our main advantage, the fact that they've got doubled pawns. So we don't want to resolve that issue for them by taking. We'd much rather push, I think. I don't think there's a tactic here. Maybe this, and they get an open bishop. It also stops us lifting our queen and defending this piece. What about that? If they take, we take, get another pawn towards the center. It looks pretty nice. Also open our rook up against, yeah, long term, some threats. Although if we do take, we sort out their pawn structure, so yeah. Maybe we just bring a rook. We need to solve this pin, we really do. Let's just protect. This is just really annoying me. We don't want to take their bishop. If they took my bishop, it would lose the game, I think. It'd solidify these pawns as weak. We'd just trade off material. So they're trying to get this in now. Forcing us to... But then we can just take. But then if they take, we take, we get a bad structure. Because they then are able to take our knight. If we play that here, we just lose a pawn. Bit of a thinking move, this one. So what about this? If they take, we can't take with the knight. This is where we wish we had a dark square bishop. See, it's an exact balance, guys. Either equal and opposite reaction here. Yeah, we did this and it was good for us, but then we lost our dark square bishop, which is bad for us because we've got to deal with this pin. So it's just... The advantage of this has sort of been negated by their bishop. We've lost a little bit of time. I've just been absolutely beaten up by Lee, you know, the 2000 bot, so I'm feeling a bit low on my chess confidence. So I'd like to get a win here. What if we just let them damage our structure? It's pretty awful, isn't it? How else could we defend this knight? There just isn't a good way. We take this, we clarify their structure. Ugh. But then at least we can get this moving. I just don't know what to do right now. This. Maybe we do this to defend this rook when this comes. Then if we take with the king, our queen still protects the knight, but we're not really dealing with this pin. I'd like to see this move just to clarify. Oh god. They didn't know what to do either. You don't know how happy I am to see that trade, guys. Just really simplified things for us, you know. Now this looks nice, putting pressure here. Also just trading off the rooks. But, yeah. So I think we've pretty much got to take. Now if this, they can take and present. We take. And then if they try and put any pressure on this knight, with a move like queen here, then we can just push the bishop back. Let's try this now. That's pretty snazzy, that, right? An en passant pre-move. That is advanced. Too advanced for them. They didn't see it, right? So we've resolved this issue, finally. And now we've locked in their pawns as being weak, but now we've also got a sort of awkward pawn here. So maybe this, looking to get this in. And then we can bring the rook and hit the queen, looks nice. They can get this move hitting the... Ugh. That move looks really strong. So maybe we lift the king first. Now I think we got to get the queen to this square. It just looks active for us. This looks good, admittedly, but we've got this. And then after we've got this to try and kick the bishop off this square. Bishop then goes here. Maybe we can pin it to the queen. So after this, we're looking good, I think. Although then could they go take with check and then win the rook? Wow. So how could we defend the rook? Ugh. We can do this, win this pawn. That looks nice. What was I worried about? What was the line? I was worried about this line. But I can just take this pawn now, right? This looks quite nice for us now. What about this? Pinning the knight. This any good? Lines our queen up with the king, which looks natural. But we're also targeting this pawn, and therefore this pawn at the end. Maybe we take like that. This also keeps the pawns together. Not quite sure. This looks a little bit annoying. Because if this pinning the bishop, then they get this tactic again. Take the knight, and then queen takes rook. But it looks a bit awkward. So say we just step out of the pin though, and now it's, you know, what are they going to do? We're also advancing the king up the board. Maybe we play like that. They can't bring the rook to add any pressure onto it, so... Because now this is a threat. Now we can pin successfully because this tactic doesn't come with check. Before they take with check. And then win the rook. Whereas now if they take, we win the queen. I've got a cup of tea if I really need it, guys. But right now, I'm feeling comfortable. And I think the water's going to see me through to a win on this one. They can take that, can't they? Yeah, we're losing a pawn. Yeah. But then we take this. feeling a bit flat, you know? There's nothing too spicy going on. So if here, I don't know what they really do. You know, this. You can pull back for a queen trade, maybe. I just feel slightly better. I just can't really explain why. Well, it's the pawns, I guess. Their pawns are awful. My pawns are okay. You know, these two aren't great, but they're trying to hold on to this pawn. So how do we add pressure to it? Maybe this? It looks a little bit loose, these three pieces being on the same diagonal, but they don't have a light square bishop to really punish that. Maybe this looks safer going after the pawn this way, but they can always throw in this to defend the pawn. So maybe just this going for a queen trade I think is good for us. What does that do though? I really don't know what they're doing. So if this, they've got this check. What if we just come back here, consolidate? They can go here, and then there's a lot of pressure on this piece. There's three pieces attacking that. I think we've got to move this knight. So if here they've got check, then we go here. And they've got this check. Ugh. And we go. Not sure. The only way to defend this square is this, but it runs into this really badly. So I think we've got to move the knight. This looks weird. At least it stops this check, you know? Maybe we try this. It looks odd. Looks really odd. But it allows us to get our queen back and hopefully trade off the queens, and then I think we're just better in the end game with these two connected pawns. So they're going after this pawn. So we win this and protect the pawn. Oh, let's just slide that move in. That's beautiful. Is it? Yeah, because this is protected. They didn't see it. They didn't see it. I had a strong feeling they wouldn't see it, because that just looked like a casual, greedy move. You know, picking up the pawn. It really did. It was quite obscure, quite hard to see. So now we can just push this pawn. Probably the easiest plan. I'd also like to advance our king and get our rook off the back rank as well. So this, something like that. Check. Probably want to come up, stop the king coming in. And then check and here. And then we get to advance this pawn. We should be able to trade off the bishop for the pawn. If here... Yeah, so now maybe they try and get over after they move this. Here. Yeah, it's over. That's a cheeky win, guys. We made a few mistakes there. Wow, 3 blunders. What was that? Can't remember. That's a bad sign, isn't it? I don't even know where the blunders were. This was fine, I think. I wonder what the engine says about this move, because they did get some counterplay with that dark square bishop. It was really annoying, this pin. I wish I'd played this move. Yeah, it says they're better. Especially after this. Best move. That pin was really annoying. Surprised the engine's saying they should take. I think that just clarifies our position. So yeah, this was all very uncomfortable for us. And here, this king move, yeah, I didn't know what to do. I was just so relieved when they took. And then each trade we got seemed to clarify. That was bad. I thought they go here, we go there. And then maybe this. Somehow attacking this knight. But I was thinking this. But then what? They just keep attacking it. And then we go here. And then they have to move this, right? Yeah, it's a bit uncomfortable, isn't it? Well, I'm glad that didn't happen, guys. I knew we were a bit worse here. There was a lot of pressure on our position. But after this and they moved back, yeah, I think we were even. I thought that was a good move. We shouldn't have grabbed that. Why was that knight move a blunder? But if this, there was check. And then what do we do? Here, there must be no more checks. Oh, there's this. Either way, guys, we scraped out a win. We didn't play that perfectly. It was a bit complicated. They put a lot of pressure on our position, but hope you enjoyed that. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you next time on the road to 2000. Cheers.